The moon is not natural. The story humanity has looked at the moon for 200,000 years. We've written poems about it, navigated by it, walked on it. We thought we knew everything there was to know. We were wrong. The moon isn't a natural satellite. It's a machine. And after 4 billion years of silence, it's waking up. The moon hangs in Earth's sky, serene and familiar. But look closer and you'll see geometric patterns barely visible on its surface, too regular, too perfect to be natural. A low-frequency hum resonates just at the edge of human hearing. At the Lunar Seismology Research Station on the far side of the moon, a cluster of pressurized habitats connected by tunnels spreads across the gray regolith. Dr. Luna Chen, a selenologist who has spent 15 years studying lunar seismic activity, examines readings that make no sense. She was named after the moon by parents who never imagined she'd actually work there. She lost her partner to a solar radiation accident during the early days of lunar colonization and threw herself into her work to cope. She sees the moon not as a dead rock, but as a mystery waiting to be solved. The seismograph patterns are too regular, too rhythmic. Station log, day 5478 of continuous observation. We're detecting seismic activity at unprecedented depths. 1,200 kilometers down, well past the moon's mantle. But that's impossible. The moon's core is only 350 kilometers in radius, and it's been geologically dead for over 3 billion years. Rhythmic vibrations pulse like a heartbeat. Dr. Chen, the pattern is repeating. Frequency: 0.0001 Hz. One pulse every 10,000 seconds. A pulse? The moon doesn't have tectonic activity. Run diagnostics. All instruments functioning within normal parameters. Dr. Chen, I'm detecting harmonic resonances throughout the entire lunar structure. The moon is vibrating like a bell. According to our models, the moon should be a solid body with a small metallic core. But something's always been strange. When we spent rocket stages into the moon during the Apollo missions, seismometers detected something unexpected. The moon rang like a bell for hours. The vibrations lasted far longer than they should have if it were solid rock. Some scientists joked about the hollow moon theory, the idea that the moon might have vast empty spaces inside. We dismissed it as fringe science. But what if we were wrong? What if the moon isn't hollow by accident? What if it was designed that way? Luna, you need to see what we found in the archives. Marcus Okafor's voice crackles over the comm. A data archaeologist specializing in recovering corrupted files from early space missions, he grew up in Lagos hearing stories about ancient African astronomers who tracked the moon's movements with perfect accuracy centuries ago. He believes ancient peoples knew more about the cosmos than we give them credit for. He's obsessed with the idea that knowledge gets lost and rediscovered in cycles. In the station's data center, Marcus is surrounded by holographic displays of old mission files. I've been going through classified files from the 1960s and 70s. Stuff that was sealed during the Cold War. Look at this. Soviet lunar probes detected metallic structures beneath the surface. Titanium alloys in concentrations that shouldn't exist naturally. And look at these readings from Luna 9. Grainy data shows subsurface anomalies, geometric shapes, regular spacing. Those look like buildings, infrastructure. That's what the Soviets thought. But before they could investigate further, all their probes in that region stopped transmitting. The Americans had similar experiences. We always blamed equipment failure, but what if something was shutting them down? There's something else. Something we've known for decades but never really questioned. The moon's orbit is nearly circular, unusual for a captured satellite. Its rotational period exactly matches its orbital period, which is why we always see the same face. And it's exactly the right size and distance to create perfect solar eclipses. The Moon's orbit displays holographically, showing its tidal locking and a solar eclipse visualization. You're saying it's too perfect to be natural. I'm saying the odds of all these factors aligning by chance are astronomically small. It's like someone placed it here deliberately. Alert klaxons blare. Warning. Seismic event at coordinates 23.5 degrees north, 0.7 degrees east. Magnitude 4.2. That's the Sea of Serenity. Right where Apollo 17 collected those strange samples. The ones with the titanium anomalies. Dr. Tessa Volkov's voice breaks through on emergency channel. All stations, this is Earth Control. We're receiving telemetry from unmanned probes near the seismic epicenter. You need to see this. Director of the International Lunar Research Consortium based on Earth, a former astronaut who made the political decision to stay groundside after her third mission. She's pragmatic, political, and carries the weight of knowing that billions of dollars and thousands of careers depend on her decisions. She's also hiding something: access to information that could change everything humanity believes about its place in the cosmos. Satellite imagery of the Sea of Serenity shows a massive structure rising from beneath the lunar regolith, metallic, geometric, impossible. What are we looking at? That's what we need you to find out. Get your team suited up. You're going to the surface. The lunar rover crosses the gray landscape. Breathing echoes inside helmets, rover treads crunch on regolith, and the ever-present hum grows louder. In the distance, the structure towers hundreds of meters high, a perfect hexagonal spire made of a metallic substance that seems to absorb light. We're approaching the structure. It's approximately 400 meters tall and still rising. The material, I've never seen anything like it. It's not reflecting light, it's drinking it in. Marcus sits beside her in the rover. The closer we get, the stronger the vibrations. I'm reading M fluctuations across the entire spectrum. This thing is broadcasting. Broadcasting what? I don't know. But it's not random. There's structure to it. Mathematics. This is communication. In 1981, mathematician John von Neumann proposed the idea of self-replicating machines. Robots that could harvest resources, build copies of themselves, and spread throughout the galaxy. A single probe could colonize an entire star system in a few million years. What if the Moon isn't a natural satellite that was hollowed out? What if it's a von Neumann probe that disguised itself as a moon? It's been sitting here for 4 billion years, waiting. Watching us evolve. And now it's activating. They approach the base of the structure. An opening appears, a doorway sized perfectly for humans. It's inviting us in. Or luring us in. Either way, we didn't come here to turn back. They enter. The interior is vast, cathedral-like spaces with surfaces that glow with bioluminescence. Symbols cover the walls, mathematical equations that seem to describe the fundamental nature of reality. These symbols, I recognize some of them. Look, that's the golden ratio. That's Euler's identity. These are universal mathematical truths. This isn't just a structure, it's a library. As Marcus touches a wall, holographic displays activate, showing images of Earth through different geological eras. It's been watching us. For billions of years. Look, there's Earth during the Hadean Eon, 4 billion years ago. The Moon didn't exist yet in our geological record. It appeared suddenly in the fossil record about 4.5 billion years ago after what we call the giant impact. The prevailing theory is that a Mars-sized object called the collided with early Earth, and the debris coalesced into the Moon. But we've never found definitive evidence of Theia. What if that's because Theia never existed? What if the moon arrived and positioned itself in orbit, and we invented the impact theory to explain its presence? The holographic display shows not an impact, but the moon arriving under its own power, carefully positioning itself. It chose to be here. But why? The hologram shifts, showing Earth's continents forming, life emerging from the oceans, dinosaurs rising and falling, then humans appearing. Tessa's voice crackles urgently over comm. Luna, Marcus, we're decoding the transmission the structure is sending. It's not broadcasting randomly, it's sending coordinates. Millions of them. Throughout the solar system, throughout the galaxy. Coordinates to what? Other moons. Every significant moon in our solar system, Europa, Titan, Enceladus, Triton, they're all responding. They're all waking up. And we're detecting response signals from other star systems. Hundreds of them. Thousands. The solar system's moons light up one by one in the display. Then the view zooms out to show similar signals across the galaxy. They're all artificial. Every moon, everywhere. They're not natural satellites, they're monitoring stations. Probes sent out by who? The holographic display answers the question. A civilization from deep time, billions of years old, from a galaxy that no longer exists, consumed by the expansion of space. Before they vanished, they seeded the universe with these probes. They didn't just watch. They guided. They used tidal forces from the moons to stabilize planetary rotation, creating stable climates. They protected developing worlds from asteroid impacts. The moons acted as shields, their gravity deflecting threats. The simulation shows the moon intercepting asteroids that would have hit Earth, its tidal forces stabilizing Earth's axial tilt. The moon has been protecting Earth for 4 billion years. Every mass extinction we didn't have, every asteroid that missed us, every stable climate that let life flourish, the moon was responsible. It was gardening us. Cultivating us. But why? What did they want from us? The display shows a chilling image. Humans reaching the stars, spreading across the galaxy, building their own probes, seeding their own worlds. They wanted us to replace them. They were dying, and they needed someone to continue their work. So they created us. Not directly, they created the conditions for us to evolve. The moon is our parent. This solves the Fermi paradox. We asked, where are all the aliens? The answer is, they're all moon children. Every advanced species in the galaxy was cultivated by these ancient probes. We're all part of the same lineage, the same grand experiment. There's more. The transmission includes blueprints. Technologies far beyond ours. They're giving us everything: fusion power, faster than light travel, consciousness transfer, matter replication. Thousands of years of advancement, freely given. This is first contact. Not with them directly, they've been gone for eons. But with their legacy. They're passing the torch to us. The structure begins to vibrate intensely. Dr. Chen, I'm detecting massive energy buildup throughout the lunar subsurface. The entire moon is powering up. Across the moon's surface, thousands of structures rise from the regolith. The moon begins to glow from within. What's happening? The holographic display shows a countdown. And a choice. 2 paths forward. It's asking us to choose. Path 1. Accept the technology, follow the path they laid out for us, become the next generation of gardeners. We'd have everything we need to spread across the galaxy, seed new worlds, guide new species to sentience. And path 2? Refuse? The moon deactivates, becomes truly inert. We're on our own, no guidance, no help, no ancient technology. We develop at our own pace, in our own way, for better or worse. The Kardashev scale measures civilizations by their energy use. We're currently type 0, not even able to harness all our planet's energy. The technology being offered would make us type 2 instantly, able to harness entire stars, to move moons and planets, to reshape solar systems. Two futures appear side by side, one where humanity accepts and rapidly spreads across the stars, another where humanity develops slowly but remains truly independent. But there's a cost. We wouldn't be following our own path anymore. We'd be following a script written billions of years ago by beings we never met. Would we still be human? Or would we just be another iteration of them? Luna, the UN is convening an emergency session. Every government on Earth wants input on this decision. But the moon is asking for an answer now. You're there. You have to choose. Me? I can't make this choice for all humanity? Maybe that's the point. Maybe they want to see if we'll fight about it, debate it, agonize over it. Or if we'll have the wisdom to choose together. The holographic display shows one final revelation, the moon's internal structure fully revealed. It's not just a monitoring station or a library. It's an ark. Oh my God. Marcus, look at this. Inside the moon's hollow core, preserved DNA from thousands of species, not from Earth but from the home worlds of the ancient ones. Genetic code for beings that evolved under different stars, breathed different atmospheres, thought in ways humans never could. They're not extinct. They stored themselves. In here. In every moon across the galaxy. Waiting. For what? The display shows the answer. The moons are waiting for their child species to reach technological maturity. Then they can be resurrected, not as they were, but as new forms, hybrid beings that combine the ancient biological templates with the evolved intelligence of the species they cultivated. They want to be reborn. Through us. We wouldn't just be accepting their technology, we'd be accepting them. Literally. The blueprints include instructions for biological integration. We'd merge with them at a genetic level. So the choice isn't between advancement and independence. It's between remaining purely human or becoming something new. Something that's both us and them. Tessa's voice comes through heavy with weight. There's something I need to tell you. Something that's been classified since the 1960s. We've known the moon was artificial since the Apollo missions. Every government agreed to keep it secret to prevent panic. But we've also been preparing. We've been trying to decode the moon's purpose for 60 years. And now we know. You knew, all this time, we suspected? But we couldn't prove it until now. And we couldn't decide what to do without knowing what the moon wanted. Now we know. And I'm telling you, as someone who's seen all the classified data, who spent 30 years working on this, they were good to us. The moon saved us 1,000 times over. It protected us, nurtured us, gave us stable climates and perfect eclipses and inspiration for poetry. It was apparent. Parents have to let their children go eventually. Yes, and children have to decide whether to honor their parents' wishes or forge their own path. Luna stands at the control interface. Both paths remain open. The countdown continues. Marcus, if you were me, what would you choose? I'd think about what makes us human. Is it our DNA? Our independence? Or is it our ability to choose, to adapt, to become something new? We've been changing since we climbed down from the trees. We invented language, agriculture, writing, machines. We've merged with technology our entire existence. Would merging with ancient alien genetics really be different? Or would it be the final step? The moment we stop being human and become something else entirely? Maybe being human was never the end goal? Maybe we were always meant to be a bridge between what they were and what's next. The countdown reaches 10 seconds. I can't make this choice alone, you don't have to. We're voting now. Every person on Earth, real-time global referendum. The first truly democratic decision in human history. Whatever humanity chooses together, that's what we'll do. Across Earth, billions of people vote on screens, devices, neural interfaces. A planet deciding its future. The countdown reaches 0. Vote complete. Result: 52% in favor of acceptance, 48% against. Margin of error: 0.001%. Humanity is perfectly divided. Then I'll cast the deciding vote. As the human closest to the moon, literally standing in its heart, I'll make the choice that neither accepts nor refuses. I choose synthesis. What does that mean? It means we take the knowledge. We accept the technology. We learn everything they have to teach us. But we don't merge. Not yet. Not until we've grown into it, until we understand it fully, until we're ready to make that choice as a truly mature species. The moon's response comes, not acceptance, not rejection, but acknowledgement. The structures remain active, but dormant. Waiting. 6 months later, Luna gives a presentation to the UN General Assembly. The moon has accepted our compromise. It remains active, broadcasting knowledge, protecting Earth, maintaining its role as guardian. But it's not forcing evolution on us. The genetic templates remain stored, available if we ever choose to use them. Construction begins on massive space elevators, fusion reactors, ships designed to travel to the stars. We're using their technology to advance ourselves. In 50 years, we'll have colonies throughout the solar system. In 100, we might reach other stars. And maybe, in 1,000 years or 10,000, we'll be ready to take the final step, to merge with the ancient ones, to become the next generation of gardeners. Luna and Marcus stand on the lunar surface, watching Earth rise over the horizon. Do you think we made the right choice? I think we made the human choice. To take our time, to decide for ourselves, to not rush into something we don't understand. The moon has been patient for 4 billion years. It can wait a little longer. And what about them? The ancient ones sleeping in the moon's core? What do we owe them? We owe them the truth. That's why I'm proposing we build a monument at every Apollo landing site. Plaques that explain what the moon really is. So future generations never forget that we're not alone, that we never were, and that the being watching over us from the sky was placed there by people who cared enough to ensure we'd survive. Earth hangs in the lunar sky. The familiar blue marble. But now we know it's been protected, guided, loved by something vast and ancient. The moon is not natural. It's a gift. A guardian. A parent. A teacher. A bridge between what we were and what we might become. And every night, when you look up and see it shining in the sky, remember, you're looking at something that chose to be there, that chose to watch over us, that chose to give us a chance. The moon glows slightly, its internal structures visible as geometric patterns beneath the surface. Beautiful and alien and home. The moon is not natural. And maybe, neither are we. Maybe we're exactly what we were always meant to be, children of the stars, growing up under the watchful eye of those who came before, waiting for the day we're ready to join them in the cosmic garden they planted so long ago. A shooting star crosses the sky. But it's not a meteor, it's a probe, heading out to seed another world, continuing the cycle. They asked us, "Will you continue our work?" And we answered, "Yes." But in our own time, in our own way. We are the moon's children. And we will make our parents proud. The lunar hum fades into a gentle harmony, like a lullaby. The moon hangs serene in Earth's sky. Eternal. Artificial. Alive. *The end.